Hey guys, I'm Lokesh Kapoor and you're watching Droid Crunch. In this video, we're going to talk about Elementor Cloud website. In the entire video, we would be discussing what is Elementor Cloud hosting, what are the features of this hosting plan. We will discuss about this at the last of the video and I will give you the glimpse in the start so that you can understand, but if you are new, it might be quite confusing for you. That's why we will discuss about its features at the last of the video and I will tell you how to set up this hosting and how you can start working on it, and we will also discuss the features of Elementor Pro that is coming with this hosting plan, and it is activated. We will also talk about the kit system in Elementor and some integrations. We will discuss about the setting up of custom domain and some important FAQs regarding Elementor Cloud website, and we will also discuss the first time setup, how to set up the menus, widgets, permalinks, time zone and username when your website is created. In order to create a website, you will need typography, colors, assets, resources, kind of images, icons and videos. We will also talk about that, how you can get them and how you can manage them, and we will also talk about third-party emailers, how you can set up them and how you can find some resources, how you can take inspirations online from Behance, Dribble and some other websites. We will also talk about some tools that you can use like coolers, flat icon, all that, and we will also talk about how to use WordPress if you're a new user, how you can set up the plugins, themes, media customizer, everything. And we will also create a portfolio website from the scratch. We will discuss the essential pages and form setup, and we'll also talk about how we can build email list and configure it with Elementor or WordPress essentially. And yeah, this is all gonna be quite exciting, so let's get started. So Elementor Cloud website is a complete solution for creating some awesome websites. If you compare it with a traditional way where you have to set up your hosting, you have to have a domain, you link it with the hosting plan by changing some records, and then you have to install WordPress, then you install the required plugins, themes, then you activate those plugins and set up the license keys and all that for the initial setup, and everything just takes time. And to avoid all that thing, Elementor has actually come up with a solution where you just need only a few things to set up, like your DNS settings, and only a few things. Believe me, after watching this video you will be stunned with how easy it is. If you are a newbie, it will be very helpful for you if you host your website with Elementor. So let's see what are the features of this hosting. So Elementor Cloud website is a hosting built-in. Okay, so you have a hosting from the Google Cloud platform, and there is a CDN by Cloudflare itself. So you don't need to figure out all the things with Cloudflare as well, because their content delivery network by Cloudflare uses distribution servers worldwide, so visitors are automatically directed to the closest server. You don't need to set up SSL or all that. And there's a custom domain connection. You are in total control of your domain. Connect with your custom domain, you can do it. Okay, and you can create your best website and don't sweat technical stuff. Yes, you don't have to set up the SSL, redact it and all the things. And even if you are having issues sometimes, like your PHP memory is not accordance with some plugins, and you go to support, they ask you to do that, and you go to the hosting providers to ask them to upgrade the PHP memory and all that. When you have to activate the debugging, it just takes time. You have to go to your WP config and all that, but that takes time. So in Elementor Cloud hosting you can easily activate all the settings very easily, so you can grow your business with confidence, because it gives you 100 GB of bandwidth for a top site experience, and you get 100k monthly unique visits ready for traffic. So if you are getting that much of traffic, it can easily handle that traffic. Okay, and you also get 20 GB of storage for all your content and assets, and that is pretty much, I guess. If your website is big, you can definitely upgrade, but this is very good storage plan. Okay, and you are count on trusted protection. There's SSL certificate. There are daily backups which are created automatically. You can also create manual backups very easily. There is a site lock feature that locks your website for the guest users. When you disable that, your website will be visible to the Google crawler and you can easily index it. But while you are, for example, creating websites for your clients, you can easily use the site lock feature and you can make it live when your work is ready to be published. So it works that way. You get the customer experience premium support, and that support comes with this Elementor cloud hosting plan, so you can easily reach out to the support if you are getting any issue. Okay, and yeah, you can keep your WordPress plugins. There's no fuss, no mess, and everything is like compatible with it. You will not gonna have any issues. There are some features listed out here like Google Cloud Platform, CDN, and we already talked about it. So the best thing that I remember is that there's a Elementor Pro plugin installed. You don't need to buy it separately. It comes pre-installed. When you set up, you get WordPress installed. There's a theme called Hello Elementor that is installed. It takes like seconds of time and it just gets installed. Okay, there's also CDN, free SSL certificate, so you don't have to set up everything. I will take you through how you can do that by yourself. So the pricing is like $99 per year. Okay, and considering all the features that it gives, like Elementor Pro plan and CDN, Cloudflare, it's just very minimal amount that you have to pay for the experience that you are getting in return. So I will take you through how you can do that. So the first thing first, we'll need to buy the hosting, and if you're a new user, you can create a new account, and when you are created, you can manage your hosting, you can manage your subscription and websites right in your dashboard. So now in your Elementor dashboard, go to websites and click on that button that says create a new cloud website. So the process is very simple. Just write the name of website. I will keep it to location and click on next. So the website would look something like this, location.elementor.cloud. You can set up the custom domain later on. I will show you how you can do it. For now, you can choose a theme, the kit. There are many kits available to you. You can filter them from the top section, and you can, for example, choose it for portfolio or any other website, and then you can click on start with this kit, or I will rather choose to start from the scratch. You can do anything, and yeah, it will gonna just do its work. It will set up the WordPress dashboard. It will activate the Elementor Pro plugin and Elementor on your website pre-activated, and it will also apply a basic theme that is Hello Elementor in this case, and it will take a little bit of time to do this. And when it is done, you will see this screen, and you can click on let's go, and you will see this page. And here you can open that WordPress dashboard. You can basically manage your websites here. You can see all your hosted websites or the third-party hosted websites. You can open the website dashboard. You can manage your websites. I will click on manage websites. So on this page, basically you can manage your website. You can see the subscription that you have. You can publish your website. Currently your website is on a default domain that is on a subdomain of Elementor.cloud. So before making it live, it's always recommended that you remove this site log. Site log basically locks your websites for the guest users and for the search engine, so that it is not discoverable and it will not impact your SEO and everything. So while you are creating it, make sure you keep it locked. Even if you're creating for a client or for yourself, you can make it lock. So whenever a guest user opens the website, it will ask a pin code. When you enter the pin code, only then the website will be opened, right? And here you can connect your own domain. Just copy the A record and CNAME record, and you can just paste or create new records in your DNS records of your domain that you want to point. And you can see the complete article here as well. I will leave a link in the description so that you can also check the article and the video itself as well. That explains very beautifully how you can connect your cloud website to a custom domain, and that would open a door to many possibilities, because whatever you are designing here is gonna be opened on the domain of elementor.cloud. It is location.elementor.cloud. So basically it lets you create websites faster. But if you want to publish the website, it is recommended that you point it to your custom domain. Okay, and here we have all the backups under the hood, and you can see all the backups with their given date and time. All the backups are created one backup a day, like 24 hours by automatically, and you can create a manual backup by click on this button right here. You can set a name for the manual backup, and then you can create the new backup. And here are some debugging and troubleshooting settings. You can reset the WP login attempts, and you can also set the WordPress and script debug to enable. What happens when you set it to true? It will display all the PHP errors so that you can see some conflict issues or the issues regarding any plugin or feature that you have enabled recently. So you can basically debug the errors or the conflict issues. You can help the support of the plugin by providing them more information. Okay, so you can also do it with wp.config, but this feature is quite quick. Okay, and it helps when you need some support or when there are some issues. So enable it only if you need it. Okay, so this is how you can manage your website. So when done, you can just click on this WP dashboard. This will open the WordPress websites that you have recently created, and you don't need to put on the login, password, username. Just click on this button and it will open up the website for you, right? So there are a few things on this dashboard, and here it is basically a Elementor based website. So you get to see most of things regarding Elementor quick actions, some resources, news and updates, and all that. You can set the kit library, you can set up the home page, you can set up the site menu to start with, and before you go live, it's recommended that you connect your own domain. Okay, and turn off the site lock so that you can allow the search engines to recognize you. You can dismiss this notice from here, and you can also dismiss some of these elements from screen elements here. Okay, and here are some few plugins. I have removed Hello Dolly, and apart from that plugin, there were only 3 more plugins: Elementor Pro, Elementor, and Activity Log. Activity Log basically shows you some of the activities of your website, so that's not quite that big plugin. And in the next part, I will show you what are the steps that you have to take as a new WordPress developer, or when you create a website, when you are on this dashboard, what are the steps that you will need to take. So Elementor is basically a WordPress page builder for your website, and it is a very advanced page builder, and as of now it has gained lots of success and presence in the market, I would say, because many websites, in fact a large and huge proportion of websites using WordPress are using Elementor as a visual builder, I would say. And there's a huge market, there are huge add-ons, huge support. So if you create websites with Elementor, the best thing that you get is that support, not only from the Elementor but from other people around who are using Elementor, a community that is using Elementor. So if you get stuck with anything, you can easily go to the community, you can ask your questions, you can also search your questions in the forums, and you get answer instantly. So you don't have to wait for someone to reply to your queries, you don't have to wait for the support to get your queries solved. It is a huge community of some like-minded people, and they are supporting you. Okay, so the features are also quite incredible. You can edit your website in the real time. You just need to open the page with Elementor and you can see the editor on the left hand side, and whatever you do in the editor will be visible in real time on the right hand sidebar. That is basically a website, and you can customize your website for various breakpoints, like for your tablets, for your mobile, and for your desktop as well. You can create custom breakpoints as well, and whatever the changes you take, like you can create colors, you can set fonts, you can increase sizes, and everything you can do with this builder. And you can create some pixel perfect designs because of the fact that you can globally manipulate all the settings of your colors, fonts, elements, all that. And there are some powerful assets, like more than 90 widgets and 300 templates allow you to create some great websites. Like if you are creating a website for your client, you can easily deliver them with the help of the templates. There are many. Even if you are creating header, footer, there are templates for that, and if you are creating like pop-ups, there are templates for that. So it saves your time. You can use them for the layout purposes, and you can easily change the content inside them, and that really saves some time for you. And this helps you to like build some professional websites in real time, and you can experience the responsive design. As I talked about, there are multiple breakpoints that you can utilize: desktop, mobile, and tablet. You can easily customize designs for all of the breakpoints, and there's some custom positioning options available. You can set global colors and typography. You can set margin and padding very easily, and there are endless creation possibilities with Elementor. And if you want to see like some advanced tutorials, you can check out my channel, and you'll find tons of tutorials about some advanced stuff, like how to create post loops, how to create dynamic content, how to make some content visible based on some settings, and all of this content is available on my channel, so you can look at that as well. And if you use this Elementor page builder, you also get access to a very fast loading experience when compared to other page builders. There's you may experience some lag, but if you optimize your website well, like with some caching plugins and some better JS loading options setup, you can easily get the speed that you want with Elementor. And it is fully open source, so any developer can create plugins for create add-ons for it, and it also allows you to have more options and more customization options. Because if you want to achieve something advanced, you can do that because of the fact that there are many add-ons available. With the help of these advanced add-ons, you can achieve a lot of things. So let us talk about the features of Elementor, the settings of it in your dashboard. So when you go to Elementor, you can find all the available options. In the settings, you can find in general the post types option that allows you to set the post types that are available in your website. You can add some custom post types with other plugins like CrocoBlock, Jet Engine, that is from CrocoBlock itself, and you can use custom post type UI plugin for creating, or you can also use MetaBox and all of these plugins to create more post types. You can also hard code in functions.php to create new post types, and you can disable the default colors by checking this option, and it will inherit the colors from your theme. The same goes with the fonts. When you check this, it will inherit the fonts from your theme itself. You can enable the users data. This is asked by most of the software so that they can improve their software. Okay, and here all the integrations, you can integrate the Google Maps by allowing its API here. Okay, you can see more information here. You need to set a reCAPTCHA, and it will allow you to stop the spam and abuse on website. And you can just use the side key here, the secret key here, and then you can use the reCAPTCHA field of Elementor Pro form, and the same goes with the reCAPTCHA v3. And the process is a little bit same, but the function is different. You can use any of it, and then you can set the Facebook SDK by using the App ADI. MailChimp, this is the email software. Set the API key, and you can use the MailChimp action in your Elementor Pro form. Same goes with Drip, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, ConvertKit, MailerLite, all are email services. When you create an account with them, you get an API in your settings, and you can then use these APIs to integrate those software with some other services like Elementor, and just validate the API key, and you can use the service in your action, and whatever the emails you receive, they will go directly to your email list of MailerLite, ConvertKit, or any of these email services, and you can manage your list pretty decently. And you have also Font Awesome Pro option. Just use the kit ID. You can set the stripe, okay, and Adobe fonts as well. If you have premium subscription, you can use the premium Adobe fonts. Now let us quickly see some site settings. Okay, go to your templates, save templates, go to published one, and here it is your default kit. Okay, click edit with Elementor, and here you can find some settings regarding your kit with global colors. Here you can set the primary, secondary, text and accent color for your website. When you set it from here, you can when you go on any of the widget, you can easily set the colors. Okay, for example, I open a new page here. Okay, page, add new with Elementor. By the time it is loading, let me show you some other options. You can set the global fonts as well, the primary, secondary and all that. Currently it is Roboto and Roboto Slab, Roboto and Roboto. Okay, you can also set custom fonts. Here are the typography settings. Okay, here are the buttons. You can set the style from here. So whenever you use the button widget, you will not need to set the styling because it will come from all of these global options. Okay, by now if you choose a heading, okay, when you go to style, it's default to Roboto, right? Now the color is coming from this primary color. So when you click on this icon, earth icon, you will be able to see this kind of global. Okay, so you can find all the global colors. You can choose any of these global colors, right? You can add more colors. You can name it and you can choose the color, and you will then find more colors apart from these colors, for these 4 colors. Okay, and you have these images, form fields, header, footer, all of these settings you can customize from here itself. You can set the site logo, tagline, menu. Okay, you can set the menu for your header, right? You can set the breakpoint, color of your header, and all that settings you can manage from your site settings. There are some background settings, site identity that we discussed in our WordPress customizer option. The same is here. You can upload the logo, favicon as well, right? You can set the custom CSS here that you usually do in your appearance. Additional CSS, you can do it from here as well. There are some additional settings as well. So here you can basically set all the global options. It will help you streamline workflow. It will help you to create websites faster. You will not need to copy the color code. You will not need to every time select the font that you want to use. You will not need to customize the form fields. Like if you are on a landing page 1, you have designed it like some way, you will not need to copy the widgets from that landing page to another landing page when you are creating the new landing page, and you can easily retrieve the information from the global settings by setting the settings in the site settings. Okay, setting up the custom domain is quite simple. Just click on manage your website, go to manage domains, click on this connect my domain, and stay on this pop-up and navigate to your website from where you have purchased the domain. The domain registrar, it can be GoDaddy, it can be Namecheap, or anyone. Just navigate to the DNS settings or DNS records management settings, where you can find all the records, A records, NSC name, and all of all of these records and add an A record first, okay, and use this A record that is coming from your Elementor, okay, of the hosting, that's a hosting record, and add a CNAME record and use this information, okay. If you want to know more information, then you can click on this article, and this explains very well how you can set this up. And when you are done, click on next, enter here the domain name, okay. When you click on this, you get this option to set it as a primary domain and also create this domain as well alongside with this and connect it. It will take some time to propagate and Elementor will notify you, and this is how you can do that. When it's done, you will see this notification. You can find all the important FAQs on the Elementor Cloud website landing page. Just scroll down to the section that's about FAQs and you can find all of them. I have further marked the important ones as red that I found more important. So what Elementor Cloud websites for? So it's for like any person who just wants to focus on building websites, professional websites. This end-to-end solution gives you everything you need in one place. So mark that as bold and is a great value for money, of course. And additionally, it can be an excellent solution for anyone building websites for client, as it enables a straightforward handoff process and makes it easy for them to maintain. So maintenance of websites becomes quite easy. It's a value addition. You can find everything at one place, okay, and you can build professional websites. So it's an excellent solution, right? And what's included in the subscription, all of those features that we talked about is included in the subscription. And does Elementor Cloud website support email services? Yes, it does. But you can these are limited. There are like 100 emails per day from websites that you can go, okay, including the form submission emails, purchase confirmation emails, admin notification, anything. You can however use third-party plugins or services. I will talk about them later in this video, and you can of course use them to enhance or increase the limit. And how do I connect my custom domain, and do I need one? We already talked about it, okay. Can I surpass the bandwidth visitor storage limit? So this is the question by many users, like if it is a limit, what happens if they cross the limit, what are the additional charges or anything. So currently they are saying that the plans are very much optimal and optimum, I would say, and they would not, or the users would not need to surpass the limit, but if in case they surpass it, the support will help them, okay. So if in case you surpass this bandwidth or visitor or storage limit, you can ask the support about the help, okay. And this is an important question, like where the website is hosted. So the website is hosted in the servers of Belgium, and they are doing heavy lifting around the servers maintenance, so you can focus on building your website. CDN is built into our offering in order to give you the best possible website availability in the performance. This means we provide you with a geographically distributed network of servers and data centers. CDN takes load off the origin server, and if one location becomes unavailable, another location serves the content. With content distribution across many locations available, applications can handle high traffic volumes, and additionally this distribution helps users reach your website faster, loading in less time. Website owners should be aware that different countries may have different regulations regarding information security requirements and the location of servers, okay. And if there are any question regarding this topic, please reach out to us. So this is very better. Most of people hesitate to use CDNs, and they don't know sometimes how to use CDNs, or they don't want to invest time in doing all of this stuff probably. So this is a very much plus point for them, because it is already included, and it helps your servers to offload the balance, or would say whatever the load they are having. So for example, the nearest server would show the content if you are using a CDN. Can I transfer my Elementor Cloud website to another hosting provider? Yes, you can do that if you want to do, okay. You can just export a backup and you can import to a new hosting provider. That's quite simple. And can you build more than one Elementor Cloud website? Of course you can do that. Okay, and which plugins are compatible with Elementor Cloud websites? Almost most major plugins are compatible. Okay, and you can find a list of currently and incompatible ones in the list of this link. You can find which plugins are incompatible. Okay, you can find this list. I will leave a link of this article in the description so you can check out. Okay, you don't need caches plugin. Okay, so there would be some caches plugin as well, backups plugin, right? Security plugins. Can safely leave out any security backup optimization plugin? That's a very important question, because the server is already using the caching and all those things, so you don't need to use any additional plugin that helps you to optimize your resources through the caching. And if you have like large media files, then you can utilize some plugins that improve the image loading. And there's no need for additional backup plugins because your website is already being backed up regularly in the time frame of 24 hours, so you get a daily backup. You can do manual backups as well. Are there any hidden fees? No, there's no any hidden fees. The subscription is fixed price, charged annually, and includes all the features described above. Okay, so where do I manage everything related to my website? So you can head over to your Elementor dashboard and you can find all of your WordPress dashboard, connect to a custom domain, set up primary domain, turn site lock on off, manage backups and everything. So this place here you can do all of these things. Just click on the websites, manage the websites, open it and site lock and everything, right? So this is all about the FAQs. So let us look at what we have to do when we first time open the WordPress dashboard. First of all, click on the website, manage website, and click on this open WP dashboard button, and you can here open the website without having to log in with your credentials, and the website has been opened. And here you can see everything. And for the very first time, what you have to do, you just need to go to your appearance and click on this menus, and here you can set up a new menu, create a new menu, give it a name like primary. Okay, I will create a new menu. Now you can use custom links for now, just for demonstration. For example, here's my website URL. I will copy it from there. I will name it about and link text to be about. Okay, and here I will say contact and link text to be contact. Okay, I will say it blog and I will name it blog. Okay, I can say privacy. I will leave this one for now. So these three menu items are here and I can save it. So my primary menu is ready. Few more things you have to consider is like go to your general settings and rename the tagline, rename the site title. Okay, change the time zone. Okay, and change the site language. If it is English, you can keep it to English. If it is in different language, just change any language. Okay, change the time format and all of these settings from here. And now you can navigate to permalinks. On this permalinks, you can head over to this post name and make it simple sample post. Okay, it can be some datetime as well by default when you open it, and you need to make sure that you select this so you don't get this kind of slug when you post something. Okay, and you can also go to your users profile and change your nickname so that it doesn't come like this user. Okay, and shows a specific name that you have, right? Now navigate to appearance and customize. So this will open up the customizer, and here go to site identity. upload a new logo. From here you can also set your site title and tagline. Okay, and this will also give you a couple of more options, but basically you can use first time customizer for site settings and some additional settings, additional CSS. Okay, for this slide, just remember that for making a website, you need to decide a typography, a font style, and you need to set up the colors. You can have a primary color, secondary color, accent color. Okay, now all of these colors you have to decide pretty early before you start making a website, because you may have confusions and you may need assets in terms of images and videos. So if you decide this typography very early, the colors, okay, you can create better images, better icons, and you can eventually end up in making some great stuff that your client would love. So just remember that you need to get ready with that. Okay, and apart from this, you also need to make sure that you are using any email service. You can use SendGrid, or you can also use Sendinblue. You just need to open up the website, that is Sendinblue. Okay, and you can see that it allows you to send emails, transactional emails, and all the emails, and this pricing is very minimal. You can also use it for free. Okay, and send up to 300 emails per day. Okay, and you can bypass the limit of 100 emails, okay, with this free plan. And if you extend to like more emails, you may have to pay some price, like you can send 20,000 emails. So this way you can use any of these services to bypass the limit that you get with Elementor Cloud website. So when we start creating a website, we always look for some samples, we look for some examples, we try to find some inspirations from other websites, from other UX and UI designers out there in the market, in the industry. So there are some couple of resources from where you can find some inspiration. That is one of the best, that is Dribble. Here you can find some great designs. You can see the designs here. Here you can search for any specific design, like I would search portfolio. Okay, and click on enter, and here you can see some great designs for the portfolio website. You can click on them. Okay, you can even hire the designers for creating designs for you. Okay, so this is how you can find some inspirations. There's one more called Behance by Adobe, and here too you can find some great inspirations. Let's search for portfolio. Okay, to get more specific with it, I can say portfolio website. Okay, like this you can see this is a very nice design, I would say, right? You can see all the information, comments, and all that. You can also comment on here as well. Here all the tools that are used to create this design, you can save it, you can appreciate it, you can follow the designer. All of these things are available. You can see more designs as well, right? So this way you can look at the designs and try to make them with Elementor or any other builder, I would say. So this is timeline widget. Okay, you can use for the section. So this is testimonial section, okay, logo sections and contact section. Okay, so this way you can find some inspirations. And one more website is awards, I guess. Yeah, awards, website awards. Here you can find some websites that get like awards for their simplicity, design and all that. Here are some master classes, I would say. So let us go to the winners here, and you can see the websites. You can click on any of them, and you can see the time, how much rating they have got for their work, and you can see their work. And this way you can find some inspirational designs, right? So you can follow some of these websites and get in touch with whatever is being done in the industry about design and stuff. So guys, let us talk about some of the tools that help you in choosing better colors, typography, fonts, images, videos, animations and all of these things. So these tools are gonna help you in your web designing career a lot. So first let's start with the tools that help you in choosing the colors. First is humint.com brand interaction. With the help of this website, when you open it, you can easily generate new colors. When you click on it, you can see the entire landing page would change. Even the images right here would change. You can see it. All of these section images, even this T image would change. Okay, you can see the entire image would change to help you decide which colors can be best for you. Okay, you can generate the colors. You can click on any of the color. You can lock this color. Okay, other colors would change but not this color. Okay, you can lock this color as well. Okay, looking good. So you can reach to a better color for your brand. You can also use a custom color here. For example, I will inspect right here, use color, and let us choose a color of this one. Okay, let's copy it and let us paste it right there. Okay, now it is locked. Now we can generate more colors based on this color. Okay, so when you find a color, you can export them. Okay, and you can base your kit like that. Okay, so for this video we will just choose a few colors. So let me just unlock this one so that I may get some better colors. Okay, like this. You can generate as many times as you want until you get the desired color. This one looks pretty neat and cool, isn't it? But for the images it is not quite well, so let me explore more. This one too looks minimalistic, but this one too looks good. Okay, you can change it to this. Okay, you can set it for monochrome. In order to help you decide a better color, you can set any of these things. Okay, but we were in the brand color, so because we need a branding. Okay, basically 4 colors that we can utilize, right? So we will keep to these colors. Okay, other tools for choosing colors are designs.ai colors. Here you can also find some color patterns, color palettes that you can use. Okay, this tool is also very great, right? You can find the right color palette for your theme. And here is one more color mind.io. here you can generate the color, and this section would automatically be changed based on your generation. When you click on it, all the landing page would change. So from here you can decide. Okay, you can click on as many time. You can also lock the colors here. Okay, that is locked, right? It is also a great website. Now the one of the most beautiful and worthy website that I find is coolers.co. okay, this one is very amazing. There are a lot of features and it is very good, I would say. I'll skip the tutorial for now. Okay, and here you can see there are all of these options right here. Just click on space and it will change the colors. Okay, and you can find branding colors. When you find that, you can export them, okay, in a URL, in a PDF, in image, SVG, or in any kind of file. Okay, this is very great. There are tons of features, but this video is not about this tool, so we will skip it, and let's talk about typography. Okay, so this is a website, fontpair.co, and this allows you to choose a font pair, which font pair can best be used for your website. Okay, so from these sections you can choose a better typography for your website, right? So we can, for this video, choose this Oswald and Source Serif Pro if we find this source serif. Okay, or we can go with more specific. Let's do this one, Oswald and Source Sans Pro. Okay, so from this one you can choose the fonts, right? And also let us find some websites that allow you to choose the websites images, like Unsplash. Okay, this website allows you to find images, and if you want to use any image on your website, right, you can take recourse to this website. This is a totally copyright free. Okay, and you can also use pixels. Here you can also find the videos as well and use images. One more is Pixabay. Okay, you can use any of these websites for royalty free stock images to use on your website. Okay, high quality images, right? And if you want to go premium, like if you want to explore more, if you don't find the content that you want in these stock libraries, then you can use Envato Elements as well. Here you can find photos, here you can find music, here you can find video templates, fonts, and web templates as well. Everything is here. And if you go to their unlimited downloads, you can see its individual plan starts from like $16 per month, and you get millions of digital assets and 50 million plus of additional stock photos, and you can cancel it anytime, and there is a simple commercial licensing that so that you can use it freely, and you don't get blocked when you are in need of any template in any image, music track, or anything. So it's like a wonderful asset. You can also use Storyblock for stock images and videos. It's again a paid option, but there are lots of assets on the library of stock Storyblocks. Okay, and one more is Shutterstock. You might probably already aware of it because it's a very, very popular website, and you can find like anything here. Okay, but for a price, and the pricing is very huge. Okay, so these are some of the websites that you can use, and one more is like Lottie Files. Okay, and this website allows you to find some animations that you can use on a website, and there's some amazing animations. Some are paid, some are free. You can upgrade your account to get premium animations as well. You can use them. There is a widget of Elementor called Lottie Files, Elementor Lottie Files, okay, and you can use that widget to use these animations, okay. So these were the tools that will help you creating a better website. Let us use these colors, okay, and we will make the website using these colors and this typography that we used here, Oswald and SourceSense Pro. So let us quickly talk about the WordPress features. So if you are a new user, let me quickly introduce you some of the features that are very, very helpful and useful. So on the dashboard you can see all the events, notifications, and the settings widgets, all of this stuff, and you can set to show or hide any of the things from here in the screen options. And in the post you can actually add new posts. This is like a blog section. You can add posts, you can set categories, tags, and all that. And here's a media section where you can upload your images, your video files, your PDF, and all of those files. And here's the pages section where you can add your contact pages, services pages, even your WooCommerce pages, all exist here. And here's a comment section where you can find the comments that your guest users are posting about your content if you have enabled the guest submission or guest discussion. And then you have the Elementor settings, that is your plugin menu, and that is also coming from the Elementor itself. All the templates exist here that you have created through the Elementor. And here in the appearance you can find your themes, and you can customize your theme settings here, customize the customizer, and you can set a menu that we created in a very early of this video, and we named it primary menu, right? And here in the plugins we can find all our installed plugins. We can add a new plugin by clicking on this button. We can upload a new plugin if you have the file in zip, or we can upload from the library. And here in the user section we can find all the users that are available on the website. We can add new users, and we can customize our own profile that is logged in from this profile section. And here in the tools we can find all the available tools, like the category tags, and you can import the website, export the website, see site health, that is kind of a checklist that tells you what are things that can be improved, like that. And here you can export personal data, and it is the personal data. And in the settings you can find all the general settings regarding your site title, tagline, website address, and email, membership, availability option, like if you are using any membership plugin and you want to have like a feature that anyone can register, then you can enable it. In order to stop the spam or something, you have to have a core plugins installed so that you can always minimize the spam and bot, like that. But that's not about this video. So in writing you can find all stuff about like your writing settings, like default post category you can set. I don't have any categories yet apart from the uncategorized, so that's why it's not showing any category. But if you are having more categories, like in the post, you can add like more categories. I will add a new category called technology. I will add it. Okay, I will add a new category called blogging. Okay, I will add a new category called Elementor. Okay, I will add a new category called WordPress. So for example, you write mostly about Elementor, then you can come over here and you can reload this page and set this to Elementor. So now whenever you will post any post, add new, it will automatically come under the category of Elementor itself, right? So by default it is not selected as uncategorized, right? So it is like a default post category, and default post format is standard. And here you can set the mailing server settings. Okay, and here in the reading section you can set your home to display a static page or all the latest posts, kind of a archive page you can turn it into. and you can set the number of posts that you want to show on the archive, and for each post in the feed you can include a full text or the excerpt of the text, like some part of the text with ellipses. And here is the search engine visibility, which is now discouraged. So through robo.txt we have like discouraged the search engines to index our site. You can do it, you can enable it, or you can disable it if you want to allow Google to crawl your website. You can do that when you're ready with the website to go live. Then in the discussion settings you can find other settings like regarding the comments, okay. And in the media you can set settings regarding your media libraries, and here are the permalinks. You can set to post name, as I already suggested you, okay. If you have like WooCommerce installed, you will have more settings about product and all that stuff. And here in the privacy you can set a privacy page, okay, or you can create a new page. And here you can set the login attempts, which is coming from the plugins itself, okay. So this was all about WordPress. Definitely there are a lot of more settings, but as you go through learning you will definitely get to know everything, or basically most of the things by time. For now, let's quickly move on to our next section. So guys, finally we have moved to a very important section that's about creating an online website about portfolio. So let me quickly jump to the dashboard. So here it is. Currently there's nothing on the website, so it looks like this, okay. So we are gonna make a better site. So we will start first with creating some templates for header and for footer. So I will create a new template. I will choose header. I will name it header v1. You can name it anything, but keeping it as version 1, version 2 helps you recognize your templates, and you can easily jump or switch between them if you think you need to change, okay. So that's how you can do that. So just create a template, and it will open up this library first, so that you can choose one from the library, or you can go ahead with a scratch one, but I will choose for this purpose a template from this library, and we will just do some customizations in them, okay, so that we can minimize the video length a little bit. So let's choose this one, and let us click on insert. So it looks something like this, which is very cool, okay. When you click on this section and click on advanced, you can see its bottom margin is this one, and if we that's because the section underneath the header will move to the top, okay. So if you click on this, click on layout, you can see that its height is 130 pixels, okay, and top and bottom 130 pixels is its height, and padding from top is 30 pixels, so it becomes 160 pixels height of the section, okay. Like this, padding 30 pixels from the top, and this minimum height 130 pixels, okay. So like that's why they have given like 160 minus or negative margin. And now we can customize all of these stuff. First of all, just click on navigator by clicking on Ctrl I. Here you can see that you have only one column here, and header is just main section, okay. And now we can just easily see that we have two inner sections. One inner section is this one, second is this inner section, okay. In our first inner section we have all the top yellow part, and the second one we have this blue one, right. And there are widgets inside these columns of inner section. I call this and button, right. And in that inner section we have a column with an image inside it, and navigation menu inside it. Okay, settings are quite simple. You can just choose all of these widgets from here, and you can just drag and drop there, customize settings, and that's it. Fine. I can show you to create a new one by scratch as well. Just click on this add button, click on the section, right? For this purpose I will just click on this button. I will remove its negative margin so I can see my section because it was hidden. Okay, so now let us create a site logo, right? And we don't have a logo for now at the moment, so we can use site title itself. And now we can choose a nav menu, right? Looks something like this, better I guess, but it's coming one after one, right? So what we need to make sure that it comes like after this, you can just change it to different one, like click on this and add an inner section. Okay, now we have more columns, or you can simply create a new column here, right? And copy and paste it here. You have two ways to do that, but if your header is complex, it is recommended that you use inner sections. Otherwise you can use a simple one sectioner and you can use multiple columns. And it's like from the top it's less padding, but from the bottom there's more padding. So how to fix that? Just click on the column, okay, click on vertical alignment, click middle. Okay, now it's fixed. Same you can do that for the other column, right? You can also give it some better height like this. Okay, and you can move it to the right. Okay, and you can also do that. You can also add a button if you want to, but you can keep that to that as well. Okay, so we're not gonna do much in the header part. Let's just keep to it this single background. Looks good. Okay, now can you close it, or we can just click on responsive, we can hide it. Perfect. Set condition to the entire site. So our header is ready. The same we need to do with our footer. Okay, so click on save templates, click on add new, choose footer. This time we will use footer v1, create template, and here we can also choose a footer to see in live the one. Okay, so we can choose this one, probably looks quite sophisticated. Okay, let's insert it. There's nothing much in the footer. So basic thing is the layout. Okay, how we have to structure the layout, right? So there is a section. Okay, this section, when you click on this, these are all the sections. Okay, this is section with one column, section with two columns, section with three columns, section with four columns. Okay, when you click on this section, you can see it's a structure. It's a 5-column section, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 columns. If you delete this one column, its structure will go back to four columns, right? When you click on Ctrl Z, you can see it is now 5 columns, but we can see it when we click on this again. Okay, so this is how you can see the structure, number of columns that it has, and you can simply add more columns. You can duplicate it to have more columns as well, and you can navigate to see the number of columns inside the section and widgets inside the columns. So in the first column we have site logo and icon list. Icon list is this one. Here's an icon, the content and the link, okay, for each of the items. And then we have this simple heading widget and icon list widget. Okay, the same goes for all of these sections. And here is a form widget and simply heading widget. Okay, form widget has no action, I guess, for now. Yeah, there's only email and collect submissions action. But what you need to do, you need to set up your MailerLite or MailChimp. Okay, you will get an API and you need to set that up, set the audience, figure it out, and then you can do that. Fine, we are going to discuss that in the next section about this video. But for now we are done with the footer. Okay, currently we have like two sections for the main section or the footer and bottom footer. Okay, bottom bar we can say, right, and main footer. So if you rename your template like this, you can easily get to know about more about the section. Like this is for your feasibility, right? If you have many sections, then you can easily do that. You can toggle between this eye icon and also see like which is this section if you're confused. And yeah, that is for the footer. You can easily change the colors for the section, background, all of these. Okay, currently it's site logo. We don't have a logo at the moment, but I had a logo, right? I guess. Let me first check it. If I want to change the logo right here, what I will do, click on this three lines and site settings. Okay, in the site settings you will find this site settings. Okay, and here's the name of your website, the description of website, and site logo. Select it, click on pictures, and here I had a logo. Now I will just insert the media. Okay, and update it. Now when I close this, you will see the change on this. Okay, now I have the image. Since that image was not in the right ratio, it's looking like this. But if you keep it to the right ratio when you make it or you upload it, then you will get it right. Okay, so you don't get that padding, all that stuff. Perfect. For now I keep it to this, or I will change it to site title itself. Okay, since the color is not matching, I'll rather choose a dark color. Okay, now looks much better. And about these colors, I have already used this color in my global colors. Okay, so you can see this primary colors that we got from that one website, and we are using the color palette here. Okay, that we had generated with the tools that we had discussed. Okay, now our footer is ready. Let's update it, get back to it, set the condition for the footer. Let's publish it, add condition, entire site, save and close. So at the moment we have a header and we have a footer. Okay, now let us go back to our dashboard and we can see, yes, it is ready. We'll go to save templates, published ones. Okay, footer, entire site. Right, now let us go to a page, all the pages, create one page. Let's name it home page. Okay, let's click on publish and edit with Elementor. Okay, now you can see that here's a title coming in. So what we can do, we can click on this icon and set page layout to Elementor canvas. Okay, Elementor full width, we can also do that. Okay, but if you want to keep this like layout by default, you just need to go to this site settings. Okay, and here's the layout option. Okay, and here's the default page layout. Okay, keep it to Elementor full width. So now on, if you will create a new page, its page layout would be Elementor full width by default. So you will not need to change it to Elementor full width for like creating many pages with the Elementor, or you want to create pages with the Elementor, then it's very useful but if you are going to create pages through the theme defaults, then you don't need to change this setting. Okay, now let's update it, close it. Now we can create a section. Okay, let's name this section hero. Okay, for example, this portfolio is for a designer. Okay, so let us search Dribble, okay, so that we can get some idea about the designs. Go to Dribble. We already discussed about the tools or the websites from where you can get the inspiration, right? So Dribble is one of them. Portfolio. Okay, so now we have all of these websites, right? And we can choose any of it. For example, let's choose this one. Okay, so here is the website. If the designer has uploaded something, then we can utilize the images by extracting all the data. Okay, but there's nothing like that, so we can just mimic this on a website, right? So let us go back, and we will do only few things. We will use some different images instead of this. Okay, image part, you need to design it on some software like Figma or XD, and for this part that are elements, we will be using Elementor for the same. Okay, so let's go back and click on this home page. Okay, and we need here speed up communications. Let's use heading widget and say speed up communications and make it P, that is paragraph. Okay, and hi, I am Hasnur Alam Ajol, but I will write my name. Say hi, I am Lokesh Kapoor. Okay, and let us make it first h2. Okay, let's give it a minimum height. Fine. Now add one more column. We have this small text. Okay, we can just write it down here. Say a studio is the place for everything related to a project, to-do list or communication. We can also use lorem sum about the text, right? Let's keep it to P again. Okay, let's go to site settings. Let's go to global fonts. Let's see which is our Oswald primary font, text, accent. Okay, let's change this primary text to Source Sans Pro. Okay, and accent to Oswald. Right, and let's update this. Go back, and now anytime we can use these fonts. Click on typography, click on this custom, and here you can choose it as secondary. Okay, you can also choose the weight for this. Okay, and you can change the size. Perfect. Choose the color from here, and here we can use a different one, text. Okay, color to be accent. Probably we can use this one as well, but we can use the different styling, like we can say it uppercase, all text, and we can give more spacing like this. This one we can make it like text, and then give more line height like this. Okay, and color to be text, and you can do something like this. Perfect. And for this to come in 2 lines, you can do that as well, right? Now we need this gradient background and a button, right? So find a button widget, place it right there. Okay, hire me, write it right there, and let's choose first a large button. Okay, and here set the border radius, something like this. Looks quite good. Okay, and you can also give it some padding, custom padding. First I will give it 30 pixels, 20, how it looks. Okay, better. Now from the left I will give it more, and from the right more. Okay, so like this. I can also make it 60 pixels and 60 pixels. Looks something better, right? Now we need this background, right? So for that purpose I will use a spacer widget. Okay, now use a background for this like this. Perfect. Use border radius like this, 100. That's fine. And now go to layout, and its width to be custom, give it a custom width, right? I'll choose pixels. So now see here in the content we have this much of height space, right? So 100 is 120 is good to go, and the same I would use for the width. Okay, so now it comes like this. Perfect. Now in the background choose this gradient option. Now you can use something like that. Okay, there is a orange kind of color. Perfect. Now you can change its angle, right? Something like this. It is little bit more darker like this, and this is like more reddish like this. Fine. Now we need to set its positioning. Go to layout, set its absolute. Okay, and set its Z index to go behind it. Okay, positioning, first we will make it like towards the right. Orientation is from the top. Okay, and we can give some padding like spacing from the top, offset it is called. Looks good. Okay, now here's the Z index. Okay, when you give it minus Z index, it goes behind. Can you see it? Behind H. Now it's top of H, behind H, so it's behind the text, right? So we need to give it a minus G index. Fine. And it is very small, so to give it more width we can set it 140. Fine. So it looks better now. From here we can give some top and bottom padding towards section so that it looks something like this. And also make it 80 pixels and 80 pixels here as well. Fine. For the button I think this color looks good to me, and this looks good to me as well. Fine. And we don't need to follow the color here as well. We can now use an image. Okay, so to use an image you can go to a website called FreePic, and here we can find an image designer. Okay, we can also use these kind of images or kind of real images like this. Okay, let's keep on our search, say photos, click it. Pointing men, we can say. Okay, so something like this looks much better, right? So we can easily crop it, right? Okay, so let's download this. Okay, it's not downloaded. Looks like this. Okay, now let's go to website called remove bg. Click on it, upload the image, choose the image and upload it. Take a little bit of time and the background has been successfully removed. Let's download the image. Okay, now get back to the website and click on an image widget, paste it here, choose the image, upload files, and here we have it in our downloads. Okay, let's insert it, and it looks something like this. Full width. Okay, so now you have two ways to play with the image on the right hand side. Let me show you how you can do that. First option is that you remove this padding. Let me first give it a background color so that you can easily understand about this section. Okay, like this. Fine. I can also make it like this. Let's choose accent color and little bit like this, and let's keep this angle as that. Fine, something like this. Okay, now we can remove this padding here and go to advanced, bottom padding to 0. Now it's something like here, right? Now go to your section, click on layout, set the position column to bottom. Fine. Now you can see that it still there is some padding. Now click on this column and here go to advanced, click on this icon. Okay, so now it will remove all the default spacing. Okay, and now it looks like this. Now give more padding on top so it looks like this, right? And now you can just click on this column, go to advanced. Okay, set this to 0, and from the bottom you can do like this. Okay, so this is one way, right? We can also go to this image, click on it, edit image, and let us crop it, something like that, and click on crop again and save. And now let us insert it, and now we can see the change. Okay, now we can see the dramatic change, right? Now we can scale it towards more on the top. Fine. And the other way to do that is to just duplicate this section. Fine. And let us remove all of the stuff that we have done so far. So let us just quickly get back to a normal section. So So what we had done is to give it some padding from top and bottom. Okay, so now we are on the column, right? We need to give it here 40 and 40, and we had set it to this column. So we can here simply choose to go to custom CSS, and here is some CSS to give it a clip path, a circle, okay, and the color is red. Okay, you can choose a color from here as well. Go to background, and here you can choose the color as well. Okay, so there are two ways to do that. You can use this kind of a section as well as this kind of a section. And in order to give it like this kind of an interface like we just saw in this image, this one, we can use some images and give it like absolute positioning, okay, and that index on the top of each other is tagged. So we can download these icons. I have downloaded them right there, and let me just show you how we can do that. Let us upload image widgets right there. Okay, it's suppose looks good, and upload files, and here I'm gonna upload all of these. Okay, and choose one by one. Let's choose it to use smaller one, and fine. Okay, and let us give it a width of custom width percentage to 100 probably, and positioning to absolute. Fine, and let's set it to this. Now we can make it like this, right? Looks good. Let's simply duplicate it, choose a different image, insert it, and place it anywhere like this. Okay, we can also scale its sizing so it may look different. Let's again duplicate this, choose a different one, insert it, and place it right there. Looks good. Can scale it a little bit more. Fine. And for this entire section, we can give it more height, more padding, more breathing space, right? So this is how we can create a section on our website. We have footer, we have a section, and we have a header. Header is not that cool, but yeah, you definitely can do changes in this page and click and edit it right there. Can adjust it according to your design. So like this, secondary one, and for this one, let's choose primary color or probably accent color itself, and give it darker one. Looks fine. For typography, we can increase its sizing, right? And on hover, we can give it a different text, right? So now it looks much better. Just smooth, simple, and easy. So this is only just one section. You can create as many sections as you want. Just edit here, add down there. Okay, just choose inner section or probably you can add them in the column itself, but we will choose inner section. Okay, and now we have two columns inside the inner section. We can choose a heading, duplicate this, we can say graphic design, and here we can say lorem ipsum text. Okay, lorem ipsum. We can simply copy this text, where it is, here it is, just copy it and paste it right there. Choose a p tag. Okay, fine enough. Let's make it text. Let's keep it to text. We can also decrease some darkness, we can make it more lighter, okay, in terms of its color, and then we can make it center aligned to it as well. For the column we can give it a color, okay, like probably white color is also good, fine. And to the column we can set some border radius, and also we can give it some border like this. Get some breathing space to the main section, like 60. And there is one hack that you can do, like if you don't want to give it 60 all the time and you have to give it to all of these sections, so what you can do, just keep it to the default one, fine, and simply go to this site settings, and we will create a utility class. Click on custom CSS and say PB60 means padding both 60 pixels. Okay, you can name it anything for your reference or for your convenience. We can say padding, that's top and bottom 60 px. Okay, left right 0 px, fine enough. Let's update this. Copy this class, close the site settings, go to the main section. Oops, we deleted our inner section, but we can Ctrl Z to get that back. Go to this CSS classes and paste your class, that is PB60. Now you get the 60px padding from top and bottom by just using this class, right? Fine. And once your first column is ready, don't focus on creating all the columns at once. Focus on designing only one column. Okay, and you can also use icon box instead, like this. You can delete this and you can say graphic design, fine enough. When you are ready with your first column, I will get some margin as well. Okay, you can simply duplicate it and duplicate it, delete this one. Okay, and for top give it some heading in H2, say my services. Okay, so this is how you can create your website, a portfolio website, nice and simple. Okay, the final step is to collect the email and add it to your email list. Okay, and to do that, just head over to your Elementor settings. Okay, in settings go to integrations, and here you will find MirrorLite. I am using MirrorLite. You can use any of these, convert, get response. I am just showing you how you need to set this up. So just use the API key that you are getting from your website. Like in the MirrorLite, I can go to my integrations here, and then I can use this developer API, and here I can get this API. I can copy this, okay, and I can paste it right here, validate it, and I can save the changes. Fine. And now I can use it in my form. Here I can just search mirror light, and here I can choose my API key that is default. Group is Lokesh Kapoor. I can map the fields email and name. I have only two fields. If you have fields for your phone, country, state, or anything, you can also map them and it will be added to your mirror light account. Okay, so that's how you can do that. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed a lot and you learned a lot in this video. And if you want to watch more videos like this, or you are a new user watching my video, please hit the subscribe button because it helps me a lot, and I will be making more videos very soon. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.